So if we have an online marketing campaign, there are a few things that we need to be doing. We need to be making sure that we measuring and getting good statistics and analysis from the campaign. Now, with social media marketing, there are principally four areas that we can look at. We can look at an interaction. Have you created some form of interaction with your organization? Have you created an action? Has someone recommended you, or have you been seen? And the kind of things we can measure if you've been seen are page hits, how many people have visited your website. With a recommendation, it could be a retweet. It could be so that's someone passing your information on Twitter. It could be an inbound link to your website. An action could be a direct purchase, or it could be a download of a free guide, or perhaps a comment on a video, as could be an interaction. So we could have an interaction on a blog, someone commenting. It could be an interaction on a website. It could be a Facebook interaction. It could be a Twitter interaction and people talking with you. So once you've got an understanding about what we want to measure, is it an interaction, an action, recommendation, or to be seen, we can then apportion relative values to those, and every company will have a different idea about how you want to do that. So once you've allocated a proportion, we can then go to measuring them. And this is where Social Media Borg makes it very easy to measure. So we can measure things if we go to the reporting section, so we can start to get an understanding, much more detailed understanding of our messages, whether our messages have been clicked on, whether our messages have been sent, how many messages that we've sent. So if I go through to the individual messages, I can drill down with each individual message that I've sent at any one time. I can look at the analytics for that message. So I can see the daily statistics, the number of retweets and clicks. So I can start to measure the engagement, whether people are engaging with me, which would be clicks, or whether people are retweeting and passing on information, which would be an interaction. I can look at then the various places that I have been interacted with, look at the referring sites for any links that I've put out onto the internet, so I can see where people are interacting with me. So it's a very useful tool for drilling down into the information that we have been putting out on the internet. Again, here I can see any of the links that I post, whether we've got how many clicks, individual clicks that we've had, and I can drill down further into that and see the clicks over time, so we can pull that up into a chart. So this was a blog that I put out, and I can see it's had 7 clicks on it, which were all on the 17th because it hasn't gone up since then. What's also very important is that we're measuring the analytics around ourselves as well. So if I want to check what people are saying about me, I can call up the buzz over time. I can call up the buzz by source. So this is when people are talking about me. But if I extend the period that we're looking at from here, so if I go back to the beginning of June, it makes it a little bit clearer to see. So we're monitoring our brand, which is very important that your brand is monitored. And if I just go through to the messaging section, where there's a very neat tool here for measuring your brand in a little bit more detail. So if I click on my name, Mark Oborn, so this is monitoring the brand Mark Oborn, but you can also monitor your practice name or treatments, Invisalign, dental implants, tooth whitening. We can monitor various things here. But this goes with, it uses a very clever tool where it reads the post, and if it sees that it's positive, it gives green. If it sees it's negative, it gives red, and it looks at the number of the posts that you've had that are positive and negative, and gives you a sentiment by score over time. So I can see all the places that people are talking about me. So I can see this is on Blogger, Twitter. This is just generally on the internet. This is on YouTube. This was a blog post that I've responded to. So it gives me a very, very clear idea of what people are saying about me and where they're saying it. And if I want to go through to any one of these individual places, I can click on that and go right the way through to see that particular post. So if I just go back to this section here, So I can show you a little bit more about that brand monitoring, which is a very, very useful tool. So if I just go back to mentions here and click on my name again, it will also translate into English. So if people are speaking about you all over the internet, as you can see there, it translated it into English. So I monitor various brands. This is a hashtag that I use. So if you use a particular hashtag with every time that you send a tweet out, I can monitor that hashtag and see what people are saying around the internet. Now it just so happens that I use the hashtag that's used by someone else. So you can see the how important it is that you use the correct hashtag if you want to use Twitter. So here you can see it's had 3 negative mentions. So it's a very, very useful tool, and it's very simple to add another brand. You just click on Add Brand, type in the name that you want to mention, want to monitor. So it could be Invisalign. You can choose the country that you're going to monitor it in. So let's say we go for the United Kingdom only, and you can have an email notification whenever it finds anything, but I don't do that. I just click on save, and then we can go in and we can monitor that brand. Now it does take a few hours for the system to scour the internet and find out information, so we can't look at that instantly. So there you go. It's very, very useful tool for measuring analytics and monitoring what people are saying about you.